Hey everyone, it's Ted, the Buffalo Beauty Boy, and as you can tell, I did a super fun, colorful look, and I am beyond thrilled to share this with you. Hello. Speaking of familiars, as I was filming this intro, my sweet baby boy Cash needed to come say hi. Didn't you? Yes. Are you my familiar? Before I got distracted by my cat. I know I don't usually do like fun, bold, colorful looks, but I absolutely had to with the launch of the Witches Familiar palette from Fantasy Cosmetica and Batty Bean. I was sent this when I got the email. I was so excited to share with you Betty Jean's Fantasy Cosmetica collab. This palette is just so fun. I had so much fun playing with it and creating this look. Betty Jean is the sweetest. She deserves the whole world. But before I get too long in the tooth, I think I'm gonna go to sharing this look with you. So if that sounds like fun, keep watching. So this is Betty Jean's palette with Fantasy Cosmetica, and the packaging is like stunning. I'm so happy for her. She deserves the whole world and more. But I can't get over. So before I really kind of get into it, I just want to show you, we've got the little kitties, and Betty Jean is a cat mom. It says, "The Witch is Familiar." And on the back, Batty Bean and Fantasy Cosmetica. Hide away and hide again from prying eyes and wicked men. In twilight's arms and cauldron's glow, we gather here where none may know. Our familiars, watchful, swift, and sly, they guard the path with glowing eye. A silent pact our souls unite. Our bond is sealed in deepest night. It came with a little flyer. She starts with, "Hi friends. I'm so honored to have partnered up with Fantasy Cosmetica to create the witchy palette of my dreams. Thank you so much for being a part of this journey and supporting us. I truly wouldn't be here without you. I hope you have so much fun creating spellbinding and enchanting looks. Can't wait to see your artistry." And just kind of another like card of the beautiful artwork. Like, I can't get over this. It's so gorgeous. And if you know Betty Jean, first of all, you're lucky. Second of all, she does the most incredible, super colorful looks, very like witchy and fun. So I knew that this was going to be amazing when I got the email to be a part and get the pre-release. I knew that it was going to be exquisite, but I really was blown away. So we've got this gorgeous mirror. So these are the 12 shades. We've got 3 reds, 3 purples, these turquoisey blues, and then these beautiful shifty shimmers. I think I'm gonna start with just something really like big and colorful. If you have been a longtime subscriber, you know that I really wear a lot of like soft glam, very wearable, but I do love to make a fun look, and red is usually my favorite pop. So before I get into there, I'm gonna prime my lids and then we'll get going. I'm using the Sigma primer in Ignite. I have hooded eyes that tend to get oily, so I really like to go in pretty heavily with a primer. I'm kind of in between primers right now. I'm very close to finishing up one that I've been using for forever. And I got this when I went to the Creators and Friends trip in April, and I've been very impressed. So I think this is gonna be my replacement. I just need a little more in that corner. I really want like wall-to-wall priming. To start, I'm gonna use this lilac shade called Cauldron. I'm just gonna take a big fluffy brush and get a good kind of base layer down. I have never had the pleasure of using Fantasy Cosmetica. a lot of the friends that I made on the Creators and Friends trip really, really, really love them. And they hadn't really necessarily been on my radar. And I've been making an attempt to just pay way more attention to indie beauty brands. And I've wanted to try them so badly. And then I felt so lucky that they reached out to receive this palette before its release. And honestly, like, Betty Jean was so incredibly sweet and kind to me. We really kind of forged a friendship. She's a hairdresser. I'm a hairdresser. So I don't know. I love chatting with her. She's an absolute ray of light. So regardless, like, I would have bought this, but I'm so happy that I get to share it with you. When I swatched this, I was very pleased with the pigment load. Having never worked with them before, and also knowing that it was a more colorful palette, I wasn't sure how it was going to apply, but I am pleasantly surprised with how, like, easily buildable this is and how it doesn't necessarily overpower. I've been going in incredibly, incredibly lightly, but I'm loving the pickup and the dimension that I'm getting. Anytime I do like a purple like this, like, I feel like it's giving Ursula, which I love. So that was the shade Cauldron, just kind of all over, just to kind of start to build some depth. I think next I am going to use the shade Coven, which is this deeper purple. I think I want to take this diffused, like, domed blending brush. There is a little bit of kickback. So with that deeper purple, I'm gonna start to carve out the hollows of my eyes and really start to build out that crease. Having hooded eyes, I tend to forget that I can really create a look. I just sort of fall into the trap of, like, well, it's so much easier just to pack on a shimmer, and if I do a pop, it's like a waterline color. I don't know. But I've been trying to just be more creative and have more fun with artistry. And now, just to clean up, I'm gonna go back into Cauldron and use that to just sort of buff and blend everything that maybe skipped or the fallout in. And I'm taking it really high up. I'm going, like, pretty close to the brow. But that really gives me a lot more space on my eye to work with. And I love that. That I have all of that kind of blended out and blended in. Part of me wants to just take the shimmer and do, like, a good line. But I think I should have a little fun. I don't know. So now I'm going back into both Cauldron and Coven so that I can really get in there and redefine that crease. And now, really, really, really close to that line, I think what I'm gonna do is take Herbs, the purple shimmer, and I'm gonna bring that right to my lash line. So what I'm doing, I'm going into Herbs and I'm packing it really close on that lash line, and then I'm just bringing it to that inner corner to really kind of carve out and create some depth. And I'm just gonna take a clean, fluffy brush to really, really, really get in there and blur and clean up that inner corner. The mix of both like the cool and warm purples, I feel like just does a really cool effect. It makes my eyes look super green, which I'm never mad at. So I definitely want to play a little more. I think I'm gonna take, do I want a pop of red or do I want a pop of the turquoise? I think maybe I'm gonna play with the turquoise first. So, but I think maybe I'm gonna do a pop of the turquoise, but what I'm gonna do is take the shade Hex. It's the, like, it's almost like a jelly, like when I swatched it. It's very, very soft and it's got these beautiful like chrome flakes. So I think if I put that right in the center of the eye, that's like so beautiful. It just really kind of draws your eye like to the center. Makes my eyes look ginormous, which I'm never mad at. And I'm just gonna take that clean, fluffy brush and just kind of buff those corners. I feel like I'm kind of giving like Lurch from the Addams Family, like Lurch if he slayed. A thing about me is I'm deeply unserious, so there's that. I think I'm gonna do a little bit of cleanup and I will get the rest of my face on and then I'm gonna go in and just do a little bit of detailing and I think that is gonna be the complete look. There's definitely some fallout, but I will say, like, I'm not gonna say that that's like on them. Bold, super colorful shadows are not something that I'm uncomfortable with, but I'm a little rusty, so please give me grace. But yeah, like I'm just gonna go in with some micellar water, clean up, do my base, do my brows, and then we'll be back for a little bit more detail. So now that I have just about the whole look piece together, I went in with just a really light wash of the Mob foundation. I used my Westman Atelier contour in the shade Biscuit. For my blush, I used MAC Glow Play in True Harmony. I just wanted to keep it really soft and neutral. I set everything with this Diaceque powder. I got it at a K&J beauty store in Toronto called L'Amour. But it says that it's a correcting finishing powder in the shade Milky Light. But I like this to just kind of set everything down, but it's so silky and airy. Seeing it all kind of pulled together, I think I want to play with the red. I really am thinking this shade Chant, that like umber kind of dark red. And a thing about me is I love a lower lash line. So I'm gonna just smudge that out and really enhance that wing with the red. And I think that's gonna do two things. I think that's going to tie everything together. It's gonna look really fun and cool, but the combination of the red and the purple is gonna make my eyes look so incredibly green. Taking this really skinny flat brush it's actually from the Katie Jane Hughes Spectrum collection. It's the number 9 brush, and I love this for doing exactly this. I will kind of stamp it, and I'm really gonna bring it out. I wanna play. Man, I love that. I'm obsessed. I think it would be really great to add some of that red into that V. So I'm taking this teeny little brush Again, from the Katie Jane Hughes, it's number 18. I don't know if they still sell that brush collection. If they do, you should get your hands on it because it's so good. Oh my gosh, yeah. Just pulling that red into the corner changes the whole look. It makes it a lot moodier, a lot more high fashion. Ugh, I'm living. And I like to, one of my favorite things is to take the Merit eyeshadow brush and the little teeny end. I just love that for smudging. I'm just going back in with my powder brush to clean up any fallout. And for the finishing touch, I typically use brown mascara, but I think I'm gonna use black. I have a little sample of the YesStyle Lash Clash in black, so I'm gonna pop that on. That is the complete and final look with the Fantasy Cosmetica and Battybean Witch's Familiar palette. I am just so grateful to Betty Jean for including me in this launch and letting me be a part of it. I know when you think of Buffalo Beauty Boy, you might not think of super bold, bright, colorful palette looks. I love everything about this palette. I know that Betty Jean put so much work into this, and Fantasy Cosmetica has been on my radar, and I'm so thrilled that this was my introduction to them. I'm definitely going to be paying a lot more attention to them in the future. I had so much fun creating this look. I'm going to have everything linked in the description, including Fantasy Cosmetica, Betty Jean, everything. But this palette is going to be launching on October 1st. It's going to be retailing for $49.99. This was sent to me in PR. However, I would have purchased it from the jump just to support Betty Jean, but also the color story is so much fun. I really feel like this palette reignited my love of bold, colorful looks and the artistry of makeup. I think it's really easy to get bogged down and lost in the weeds of wearable, soft, easy looks. And I very much fall into that. I can't express how grateful I am for this palette and how much fun I had making this look. I'm definitely going to be playing with this palette in the future weeks and months to come as we head into spooky season. If you liked this look, if you liked seeing me play with indie brands and creating more bold, fun, colorful looks, please let me know in the comments. Give this video a thumbs up. And also, as always, I hope that you're taking care of yourself. I hope that you're showing yourself the same kindness and love that you show everybody else. And most importantly, I hope you remember that you're made of gold.